Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hi friends, you are watching Bitcoin Basics Club and this is Gaurav Bansal. And today we not only gonna discuss some of the important updates of this week, but I am also gonna talk to you what's my take on these important updates. So today we gonna do an analysis of some of the important news and updates of this week. We're gonna start with the first and the most important update of this week. India's Supreme Court pushes crypto banking ban hearing to September 11. Yes, a Supreme Court decision on the Reserve Bank of India efforts to bar cryptocurrency firms from receiving banking services will have to wait for now. As of now, a final hearing on the ban's merit has been deferred to September 11. A panel of judges overseeing the case want all argument and submission from both the RBI and the ban's critics to be submitted by that day. Now, most of the people have been expecting that 11th of September gonna be the final date and are expecting Supreme Court to dispose of the case the same day. My take on this news is, please do not bet very high on 11th of September, as many of the people have been really expecting for some outcome on 20th of July, but it didn't happen so. India's judicial system is not as simple as you may imagine it to be. So please do not expect 11th of September to be the last and the final date or the day of the judgment. Please keep all the positive and the negatives thoughts open and plan your strategy accordingly. Second and an important update is with regards to the securitized tokens. Neufund launches the ETO to bring legal fundraising and investments to all. What exactly they have done is, Neufund, a company that uses blockchain technology to give investors new way to fund ventures, they have announced the first companies to tokenize equity through its equity token offerings. Now, what exactly is an ETO that certain people may wonder? Neufund has created a legal and technical infrastructure that serves as a primary market for companies from blockchain and non-blockchain spaces. Through this structure, Neufund offers token guaranteeing equity rights, which the company has coined equity token. My take on this update is equity token or securitized token are the next evolution in this space of the utility tokens or the cryptocurrency space. A lot of scams have happened where funds have been raised without giving any partnership or any stake of the investors in the company, just allocating them the tokens. Token may have the utility or may not, and the investors wait for the tokens prices to really rise high and book their gains. In case of securitized token, actually, in exchange of the token, certain equity stakes are given to the shareholder or the token holder here in case. A share may in fact be equivalent to millions of the tokens. Thus, if a share is broken into millions of tokens, it gives access to an investor like a student who may not have enough money to buy a huge amount of share. They may in fact buy a token of that company or the startup. The third update is related with the Neufund, but it has a role of Binance and is really making a huge news in the market. Actually, Neufund in association with Binance and Malta Stock Exchange, they have proposed a decentralized exchange wherein ETOs would be traded. Neufund has in fact partnered with Malta Stock Exchange and Binance to create a centralized global stock exchange. The objective here is, the aim is to create a regulated and decentralized stock exchange for listing and trading tokenized securities alongside crypto assets. All parties will run a pilot project to establish the parameters for a global platform. Now my take on this update of Neufund is, please, with this update, do not at all assume that the prices of Binance would really go high. Do not at all think that Binance coin or the BNB coin would have any role to play in it. In fact, Binance would just be a technical partner to it, though these are my opinion. What I strongly assume, if you would go in the detail of the news and the update, is what Neufund is trying to do is, Neufund is trying to develop a decentralized exchange specifically targeting its securitized token. So So definitely other crypto assets would be allowed as has been mentioned, but their primary target would be a decentralized exchange for securitized tokens. Now, if all those people who are investing or are buying Binance more just because Binance gonna launch a new decentralized exchange, please rethink about your strategy or about this hype. This hype may be very short term, so do not buy for a long term. Fourth news is in fact not a news, is rather an important update. Two states in India have really been front runner when it comes to the adoption of the blockchain in various government practices. Yes, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana have been really working hard from very early stages to adopt various blockchain solutions in various government departments, and land records has been one of them. In fact, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana have converted more than 1 lakh of land records over blockchain. Information of such huge amount of land records would enable more and more transparency and ease of the access of the information. This is just a start of how blockchain can really transform the lives of a democratic setup like India. And it really guarantees that if Telangana and Andhra Pradesh can really do that, the entire country can do. Last and the most important is not a news, not an update, is just a piece of advice to share with all of you. Picking the pointers from the news as discussed about Neufund and Binance, I'm gonna ask an important question to all of you. How many of you have invested in Binance or any token which is represented by a centralized exchange? Now my other question is, if in case you have invested in tokens like Binance or BNB token, what is the difference between a BNB token and a Bitcoin? Though an easy comparison between Bitcoin and Binance token is, Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency while Binance BNB token is a utility token floated by the Binance exchange. But an important point to be noted here is, Bitcoin is decentralized while Binance is not decentralized. It's governed by an exchange. That makes it centralized. For all the people, for all those people, those who are invested in cryptocurrency, a major reason for the rise of the cryptocurrency is their decentralized nature. So why on earth would you invest in a token that is centralized or governed by a centralized exchange? An important point to be noted here is, the future are not decentralized exchanges. No, not at all. With all the many hacks that's happening on almost all the top exchanges. In fact, this year in 2018, there have been more than 5 exchanges hacked. The future is simple and written. The future is the decentralized exchanges. And if the future is decentralized exchanges, would you dare to invest in a token of a centralized exchange? I would just, for example, list you some of the decentralized platforms. If in case you do not know that, I'll just list or name a few. I'm referring here to this article by Consutra. The link has been given in the description. 9 best decentralized exchanges, as they say. I do not call them the best, but you can definitely refer to these decentralized exchanges: IDEX, WavesDex, OpenLedger, CryptoBridge, Oasis, Radar Relay, BarterDex, and so on. A comprehensive list has been given by CoinSutra, though I believe there are more. Please do Google them and think about them. To all my viewers, I really request you to really think deep whenever you read any news or an update. Just do not buy in hype. Just because an organization does something good would not necessarily relate to the health of the token that is floated by or managed by an organization. For every good thing that Ripple does may not really translate into XRP token. For every good thing Binance does may not really translate into BNB tokens. Stay tuned for more updates and news analysis. Please do like, share and subscribe. Bye bye. Take care.